my name is Robert Jansen. I'm the very proud superintendent here in Lincoln, and I'd like to start out by welcoming everyone and thanking you for the great honor to serve you and your amazing children. I'd also like to thank the LCS Board of Education for their dedication, leadership, and great care you give to this beautiful school community. The LCS Board of Education, President Jaworski, Vice President Lombard, Secretary Sparks, Treasurer Rollins, Trustee Moore, Trustee Bentley, and Trustee Smith. Thank you. I would like to introduce our amazing team who will be assisting with tonight's presentation. Our amazing Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Mrs. Corinza Smith, and our amazing Director of Finance, Mr. Adam Snap, and the wonderful, amazing Communication Director, Mrs. Vicki Curry. I'd also like to thank the entire Lincoln Consolidated Schools staff for all of their hard work, caring ways, and dedication to the students of this amazing community each and every day. It truly is an honor to work alongside each and every one of you. December is such an exciting and busy time throughout this beautiful campus with so many activities, and I hope to see you in person at many of them in the coming days. There's so much positive energy throughout our district, and if we continue to stay together as a community, there are such bright days for Splitter Nation ahead. Tonight, we plan to give you a few district updates and a short overview regarding a few grant opportunities. And we'll be doing a survey at the end of the presentation to give you an opportunity to share your thoughts with us. We truly value your feedback. This entire presentation will be posted on our district website, so anyone who misses this evening can continue to provide feedback as well. As many of you know, a couple winters ago, several stakeholders came together to create LCS's Portrait of a Graduate. Next slide, Mrs. Curry. Which serves as our North Star for system transformation by providing strategic direction for the redesign of overall educational experience for our students here at LCS. I'm so proud of the competencies our community of stakeholders prioritize. Critical thinking, empathy, communication, collaboration, global citizenship, and adaptability. When we work collectively to realize these competencies for all of our kids, we truly will be setting them up for success with our ever-changing world. Next slide, please. Last winter, several stakeholders came together to collaborate on our next strategic plan to help realize our portrait. I want to thank everyone involved who participated in our community forums and everyone who provided feedback in our several surveys. We are now in the process of putting the final touches on the published plan, and we'll have it posted soon. Our school family collectively selected the following priority or goal areas: community engagement, school climate and culture, academic achievement and student success, communication, and finance and facilities. As we work collectively to implement this plan, I'm excited for this beautiful district. Collectively, I truly believe if we continue to treat each other with kindness, compassion, and love, there is very little we can't accomplish together. And truly, the sky's the limit for Lincoln Consolidated Schools. I'd like to now turn things over to our extremely dedicated, caring, gifted Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, Mrs. Corinza Smith, and the amazing financial guru, Mr. Adam Snap. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. So as you are aware, our district does get grant funding, and it is very essential for improving our educational resources and our opportunities. And these grants allow us to use these funds to help our students achieve. So part of the funding for the two grants that we're going to talk about tonight are 31AA and our 23G grant. They need community feedback to let us know how you would like to spend those funds. And so tonight we're just going to briefly talk about those two grant opportunities and then receive your feedback on how you think is best to use your funds based on the requirements that we have. So the first one is our 31AA Mental Health and Safety Grant. This grant has two portions. There's the mental health side, and then there's the safety side. So I will talk a little bit about the mental health, and then Mr. Snap will talk about the safety side. So for the 31AA mental health grant, the state of Michigan has allocated these funds to carry out activities to improve student mental health. And so there are different requirements and ways that we can use the grant funds. And so the bullets listed below are ways that we can use those funds. And then at the end, like Ms. Curry said, we would like your feedback on how you think we should best use them. So one is for hiring or contracting support staff for student mental health. So this could include psychologists, social workers, counselors, nurses, behavior specialists. So any support staff that could help with mental health for our students. Another way that we could use the funds is to purchase and implement mental health screening tools. And so there are lots of screening tools out there. I know Sabres has a good screening tool as well, just for us to use with our students for SEL to see where they are in their SEL thinking and learning and try to help them with their mental health. Another way that we can use our 31A funds is for school-based mental health personnel, giving them access to consultation and behavioral health clinicians to respond to complex student mental health needs. And so we can send our students to other resources and other places to get the mental health needs that they need. And then the last way that we can use our 31AA funds is to improve any other mental health services or products that we feel and deem are necessary for our students to receive in order to help with their socio-emotional learning. And I'll turn it over to Mr. Snap for the safety portion.
Thank you very much. As Mrs. Smith said, we have a safety portion of this grant. There are several things listed. These can be anything related to providing safety to the students and staff at Lincoln Consolidated Schools. The first one being the safety infrastructure. This could be anything from cameras to safer vestibules, window screenings or coverings, PA systems, personal communication devices, things like that. It can also be used to cover the cost for school resource officers. There's a student safety management system, which would be like a digital hall pass system. There's also the ability to pay for trainings for staff and students for threat response and threat assessments. Also, training staff on crisis communication. The final item, which is kind of like the catch-all, any other school safety service or product necessary to provide or maintain security in buildings. So anything that we deem that could fall, like safety related, could fall under this grant. So what we're looking for is just community feedback to give us some ideas on how we can spend that money. So I'll go back to the Back on Track grant now.
So this grant, the Michigan Back on Track grant, it's also called 23G. This grant is new this year, and it is for before school, after school, during school, or any summer support that we can give to our students that are in the pre-K all the way to 12th grade. So this grant is really designed to help address unfinished learning, get students to grade level academic standards, and provide additional academic assistance to students at risk of falling behind their peers. And so with those three bullets, it can be after school tutoring, before school tutoring, during the day school tutoring, or even summer school tutoring to help support any of those three areas. And then we can also use the Michigan Back on Track grant to help high school students prepare for post-secondary education. So any support that we can give to help them prepare for career and or college after they graduate from high school, we can use the Michigan Back on Track grant for that as well.
So the way that we're able to collect the community feedback is a form. It's a Google form. Everybody should be able to access it. We have a QR code. And then we're leaving it open for about a week. And what we'd like is we've listed many of the items that we provided in the presentation, and the questions are set up to allow you to prioritize each one of the areas that we have. And then there's an area for you to add additional information. So with that, that's our information that we have to present tonight, and we will be sending this out to everyone tomorrow in an email with the copy of this presentation so that people understand what it is we're looking for and kind of some of the parameters that fall with these grants that we have access to.